I'm Thomas Sinclair. You are you. Welcome to my channel. Today is, well, laundry day for me. Laundry is a chore I actually enjoy doing. I know, that seems weird. Why would you enjoy doing your laundry? But it helps that in the few things that I've learned in my time in the Army, one was how to fold my laundry. I know, right? The Army. I learned how to shoot guns at people, rig explosives, pat people down for explosives, search vehicles for explosives. I'm gonna stop dealing with explosives. One of the things I learned in the Army was, in fact, how to fold my laundry. As awkward as that might seem to anyone, I have made a fucking lifelong thing out of living out of a backpack, like the one right there. That's my backpack. You don't need a ton of clothes. You don't need a ton of anything. You just need the things you need. We live in a society that tells you that you need to have the biggest TV or the biggest this or the biggest that, and I realized like a couple years ago that when I was in the Army and I didn't have a lot of stuff, I didn't have as many worries. The only thing I worried about when I was in the Army and traveling places by backpack was, I hope a mortar doesn't land on this when I'm asleep. This is not a promotional vlog for the United States Army. I don't actually recommend joining the military at all. I have a lot of friends. Some are still in the military. Some are happy in the military. Most of my friends and I were miserable in the military. But if you want a career in the Army, fucking go for it. I've got to see so much of the world in the Army. I've been to so many different countries, many of which I never would have seen. Many of which those countries I never would have gone to on purpose. And, well, yeah, some of those countries suck. There are still cool things and cultural moments and stuff to learn from those shitty experiences, because spending a year in Iraq sucked dick. But the people of Iraq didn't. The people of Iraq were really cool with us, and they just kind of wanted to sell us things. And the same for the people of Afghanistan. They were just really nice people. It just was a really terrible situation. I don't regret my time in the Army. At all. I don't regret my time. And I try not to have regrets about things I did. I only regret stuff I didn't do. And I would have regretted not seeing the world the way I did. Because it definitely gave me a viewpoint that a lot of people my age, and a lot of people younger than me, and a lot of people older than me don't have. And that is to see the world, to honestly see the world. Not see prettied up versions of it, not see just the tourist traps, but to see the world and to meet people of the world, all over the world, and people from all over the world, displaced in the world, like you do in the military. You learn so much. One of the things I still take away, and I still use to this day, is how I fold my laundry. Yeah, that's right. I learned how to fold my laundry in basic training from my drill sergeant. He taught us the old GI way of rolling your laundry, and it stuck with me. Because if you're living out of a backpack, doing a GI roll is really convenient. If you like me and you'll go on long bike rides, so like New Orleans, Louisiana, from Chicago, Illinois, which is a bicycle and a tent and a backpack, there's going to be a lot of times you get dressed in the dark or in a tent, and that's not a common way to get dressed for people. I, through the years, have changed it. I've modified how I do the roll folding system, because in the Army, all of your t-shirts are plain. They're all just basic tan or basic brown. And in civilian life, they aren't. So here's what you're going to do. You're going to lay out your shirt real nice and clean. Oh look, you can see your logo. Well, how do we get that displayed when we roll it all together? Well, first you're going to do is flip it over to the back. Take your underwear of sorts and line them right up. Then we're going to fold the shirt in half over itself. Then we're going to fold this tab underneath. Lay your socks along the collar, then you get your underwear, and then fold in where the sleeves are, all the way to the collar line. Take the other side, do the same thing. Press down, press hard, and then go from the collar start, and roll as tight as you can, roll it. And the section you had flipped over behind before, see how it's formed a little pocket? Just flip that pocket over the rest. And voila, you have your shirt displayed, logo present. That's easy to deal with. I can reach in my bag, grab it out in the middle of the night, and just go, oh look, there's this shirt. I got everything I need that I'm going to change daily. Because, yeah, I'll wear the same pants for 3 days on end, but I'd like to change my underwear and socks accordingly, and my shirt. You know, all the places that touch my skin directly. Should probably change those. It easily goes in the bag and out of sight, out of mind, until I just need to go, oh, look at that. There it is. Useful. And this is really useful for t-shirts and all that. You can do that with a shirt like this. I'm going to show you how. So what you're going to want to do is first get every button done on the shirt. And set your underwear up like you did with the t-shirt, just below where the collar is. Because you're going to fold the collar area down. So the back seam here is folded. You can fold one sleeve over and another sleeve over. And you're going to focus solely on doing the task of folding these sleeves over so they make a perfect cross and there's less wrinkles. Forget everything you have to do for the rest of the day. And then we're going to fold it over again. And again, press it down so there's very little to no wrinkling. Dress shirts do not have the elasticity that t-shirts have, so they don't have that stretch you give that you can use to fold over the layer. Because now, you're going to put your socks over the end, at the ends of the roll, or what will be the roll. And now, just like before, roll it real tight, push it down as flat and as possible, like it's your own emotions for the day. Push all the anger and all the frustration down in tight little bundles you can control, you can easily manipulate, and then when it's as tight as possible, pull the socks out a little bit and fold it over the edge. The socks will hold it in place. It's nice, it's tight. You can still see what color or what pattern the dress shirt is. So there you have it, neat little bundle. I can tell I have matching socks with shirt. I know I have underwear in there, so that's all good for another day. I just have to have matching pants. Taking time out of my day to do little tasks like folding laundry or doing the dishes or a number of cleaning allows me to clear my head of almost everything but the task at hand. And that's something I learned very well in the Army, and it's a trick that you can learn anywhere. Compartmentalization allows you to focus on exactly what's in front of you. And you need that sometimes, because when you can clear your head and focus on just something in front of you, when you unwrap the issues and unfold the issues, in this case, and deal with them, you have new, fresh eyes. And maybe you just have someone there to look at it and look at those issues with you as well. I actually went to counseling when I was in Afghanistan because I didn't want the issues that I had to affect other soldiers. And by affect them, I mean punch them ridiculously many times in the face. A lot of times in our society, when you ask people to have time so you can see your counselor, or have time where you can take care of you, they tend to look at you differently. And there's a stigma of, oh, you need help? Yeah, I do. Because I realize that there's things in life that I'm not trained or capable to deal with. And there are going to be people who don't think your life is any harder than theirs, or don't think that, or will compare their lives to yours and say that their life is harder. And that's cool. Good for them. If that's what they need to do to get through the day, they're a dick. But for you, remember that everybody handles stress differently. And the fact that you might know that you need to ask for help doesn't make you any weaker than someone who doesn't. It just makes you cognizant of what you need to get by in life. If you need to talk to a counselor or a therapist to survive, to get by in this shit world, then do it. If you need to talk to friends, if you need to reach out to people, do it. And if there's people who don't understand where you're coming from and won't even make the attempt to try and understand and be compassionate, well, fuck it. You don't need those people in your life. They obviously have issues they're not willing to deal with, and part of that is why they can't deal with you. They need a little reflection, and you don't need that shit in your life. Stay positive. I'm Tom Sinclair. Have a great day. I just remember being a kid and just fucking everybody hated me and thought I was a big fucking weirdo for going to therapy. I mean, I don't know if that's still today. I'm 31, but everyone in my generation feels kind of weird. Like, you can tell the people weird around you.